All right, y'all. Finally happened to your boy. My Yukon was stolen on a Turo reservation. Yes, it was on a Turo reservation. And I've had this car for a couple years, but in hindsight, I think I kind of knew one day this might happen. Because let's keep it real. People around here love these Chevy cars, love Yukon, Scat Packs, and all them other kind of muscle kind of cars. So this was a 5-day reservation, nothing out the ordinary. Besides, the lady had a Turo account since 2023, but this was her first reservation. So that was kind of a red flag, but nothing to cancel a trip over. So she rented the vehicle. The vehicle was supposed to come back. And when I didn't see it, the next day I went on my lot, I sent her a message. She then claims that she was trying to reach out to me, which was not true, trying to tell me that the vehicle was stolen. So I know what you guys are thinking. Well, didn't you have a GPS? Well, yes, obviously I have a GPS on all my vehicles, but when I went to track the vehicle, it was obviously not able to track. It just gave the last location, which nothing stuck out about it. But I will say this was a professional job by the pictures and videos I'm about to show you guys. So these guys definitely knew what they were doing, and they definitely knew how to remove the OnStar, how to remove the GPS. It's not that hard if you're experienced with this, and these guys were experienced with this. Look at this. Transmission gone, engine gone, radiator gone, intercooler gone, headlights, battery. I mean, they just straight gutted this car. So the lady claimed that she filed a police report. I asked her to provide the report. She only gave the police report number. So I started the claim process, reported the vehicle missing, went and filed my own police report. That's when I realized that this vehicle was not in the database as stolen. So she pretty much just made that story up. And I still feel like this lady got something to do with it. Either she has a similar vehicle and did this on purpose, or she knew somebody who was in the business of stealing and gutting out cars, and they probably just paid her off for it. Of course, these are all speculations. I can't prove it, and it's not my job to prove it. That's the best part about partnering with Turo. They're going to share the risk and expenses with us, the host. So I still went ahead and filed my own police report. And as Turo procedure goes, you got to send the customer the certified letter in the mail demanding the vehicle back. So I did those things. I played my part. And after that, it was just a waiting game. But I had a feeling that this was going to happen. It's not a brand new Yukon. It's a 2017. So I'm halfway kind of surprised that they went through all this for a 2017. But I did just replace the transmission last year. It's a remanufactured transmission from AutoZone, and it costs $4,000. So they got a really good transmission. Engine, vehicle had 160 on it. So I don't know. Was it really worth the risk to do all that for an engine with 160? I mean, then again, if you're getting it for free, of course, it's worth the risk. So you can see here, they took everything out this vehicle, man. I'm talking about seats, the inner door, little liners, back seats. They took the glove box. I'm going to show you guys over here. So they pretty much got everything that was of use of this car. You see the tires missing. The only tires that's on this are like spare tires, probably just to keep the car sitting up so they can dump it. But look, door. Inside the door, the glove box, which kind of threw me off. So they got everything that was useful in this vehicle. But am I emotional about it? No. I've been through vehicles getting totaled. I've had guests get a vehicle stolen before, but we always locate the vehicle. But if it's an inside job, if somebody's helping them do it, then it's kind of hard because I mean, even if you just sit there and watch the vehicle all day on the tracker, there's nothing that's going to stick out unless you see that it's located at a body shop or auto shop. That might throw you off. But I've been doing this long enough, and I have so many cars that I don't sit there and watch the tracker. When something sticks out or a vehicle gets missing, I then try to track it, which is what I did in this situation. But obviously at that time, it was too late. So what's some numbers looking like around this vehicle? So you can see here, I bought this vehicle a couple years ago, 2023. I mean, it did decent, right? But it definitely wasn't getting utilized like the economy cars. I made my money back off this car because I bought the vehicle I won the bid in Manheim for about 20 grand. After the taxes, fees, everything, I was probably about registration about 22. But then I did have to put a $4,000 transmission in it. So let's say about 26 altogether. So I feel like I was right at that break even point on the vehicle. And I did have a couple of direct rentals on this, and I was charging like $100 a day. So there were times where the vehicle was sitting up and times where it was getting utilized more, and which is the nature of the game where you're playing with these SUVs. They're not going to be high utilization like the economy cars. But let's talk about how much am I expecting to make off this vehicle. So if you see here, right, I want to show you guys this first. I had a 2014 Infiniti Q50 that was totaled right before New Year, and I paid about 12 grand for that car about 2.5 years ago. And you can see over here on my Manheim account, this vehicle, the retail price, look at the retail price right there. All right. So on the high end, what it was retailing for, about 11 grand. That's the suggested retail price for this vehicle. I got paid out 12 grand. So if I'm going off that, then when I put in my information for this Yukon, you can see right there with my mileage in there, obviously it brings the price down. But if you see the retail price right here, which, sorry, I'm screen sharing you guys, so I really can't see too good. But retail price on the high end is 20 grand. So if I use those same numbers, like my Q50 with the higher end retail price, then I should be getting about 20 grand for this car, hopefully, which I won't be mad at all for this vehicle because, like I just said, I bought it for 20 grand. So if I can use it for 2 years and get 20 grand, then I think I'll be in pretty good shape. Like I always say, on these vehicles, the profit is made when you actually buy the car. And people try to give me their trucks for me to rent out, which I thought about it because, you know, we could split revenue. I got customers. I'm in a good area where people need the SUVs to go to Florida for vacation, go to Tennessee in the mountains, go to North Carolina on the beaches. So if we have newer trucks, then we can increase that utilization. But this is a fear of mine, people doing things like this to the truck. And for me, I'm going to make money because I'm purchasing at the right price. But if I have investors or other co-hosts giving me vehicles and they're buying these cars from the car lot, then they are going to lose out the depreciation. The amount that they will be getting paid might not be worth it for them because they're not buying from the auction like I am. And the emotional toll that it might take on them, sending them this picture or this video, you know, they might just break down. I'm coming up here right now and talking to you guys like nothing happened because I've been through this enough times to know that it's not a game where you want to be emotional at all. So I'm going to let Turo handle the investigation part and try to recoup some money from this customer. I really do feel like this lady got something to do with it, but it's not my role or responsibility to try to, you know, see exactly what happened, who did what and all that. Like, no, I did my part. Now it's time for Turo to do their part. But I will be skeptical to get another one of these trucks only because it's really kind of hard to avoid these situations. Like I said, there's nothing that stuck out about this guest. I checked her ID, everything. I did the check-in. I met her face to face, and there were no red flags. The red flags began when the vehicle didn't make it back. And obviously at that point, it was too late to track it because they had already done their work. So this is just some insight for you future hosts, or if you're already in the game and you haven't experienced this. None of us are completely safe or protected from incidents like this. The only thing you can do is make sure you're doing your part right with check-in, and make sure you're checking the ID properly. Make sure you're having good check-in pictures. But most importantly, make sure you're purchasing the vehicles under value. You don't want to be buying equal or above value because you might depreciate the car faster than, you know, the vehicle's worth. That's called losing to depreciation. So I'm interested to see what kind of payout I get. I'm interested to see how long it's going to take. I'm guessing maybe about a week or two. But I definitely want to make a part 2 of this video, follow up with you guys and let you know. And I also want to make a video on that Q50 because I need to make some videos on this channel. 100 videos this year is my goal, and I'm a little bit behind, but I have a lot of videos in the pipeline coming out. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you do like content like this, or you just want to follow my entrepreneurship journey, the ups and downs, I'm going to share it all with you guys. So I would love to have you guys subscribe to this channel. Let's build this community, and yeah, let's keep it pushing. I appreciate y'all joining me, sharing this time with me. I'm going to log off, and I will follow up with you guys when that payout hits. Peace.